What is up, y'all? Welcome back to Captain of Industry. Not gonna lie, it has been a minute since I've had the chance to hop on and record a video. I'm gonna have to take a second to lock in and kind of figure out what exactly we have to do. I will be honest, I was on just a little bit yesterday because, as I recall, one of the things we wanted to do soon was upgrade all of our blast furnaces to blast furnace 2s. And the thing about those is that they take crushed ore and some other stuff instead of regular ore. So what I've done, and why the date is probably quite a bit further in the future, is I put together a new crazy layout for this. Will be our new ore sorter. And then basically what it does is we'll move this to the side so y'all can see. It takes copper ore, puts it in here, iron ore, puts it in here, and it puts it into these crushers. And then I have storages for each of them: iron ore crushed, limestone, coal, copper ore crushed, and then we'd have sand as well. And then it goes down the line, and this is like our iron stuff, and then oxygen furnace 2s to make steel, and then the cooled caster to make steel. We have air separators to give these the the oxygen that they require. And we worked it out so the math all works. The nitrogen for those will get vented. No air pollution on that, thankfully. They will all produce slag, which we have belted up for the iron and the copper over here as well. We have these are our slag belts here that goes all the way around, connects up, and goes to just this one big bucket. We have, what else here? We have, this will process limestone, which will just come straight down there. Coal will just come straight down here as well. And then we'll have dirt and rock kind of just get filtered out. And one of the other things we have a huge problem with is, well, not huge problem right now anymore actually, but we have a lot of quartz. And what we were planning to use quartz for, or are using it for, is to make our sand. What was it? Yeah, because we can crush it into crushed quartz, crush that further yet to make sand, to make our glass mix so that we can make glass. So we have a big bucket here of quartz, which then gets crushed into quartz crushed, and then these three crush it into sand. We have a sand bucket here, and that goes to the blast furnaces to be mixed for the copper, but then also to a mixer 2 here, which also has a belt for the limestone right there. And then it needs salt and acid, goes into these blast furnace 2s, which then takes coal as well, which I think I put there. We could have tried to belt it from over here, but that would have been quite messy. And then some glass makers, and that'll be our glass storage. So it took me quite a long time. And then we also have just unit storage there for copper and for steel. Big acid storage there for these copper electrolysis things. And then a big water storage, because we also have piped in 2 exhaust scrubbers. And that takes all the exhaust from all of these. These produce exhaust as well, and then from over here as well, and it pipes it all in to both of these. And they require a good amount of water, and I think something else did too. These also required water, which I think I piped, all the way over here. Yep. So it took me quite a bit, and I didn't want the game to run too much on its own, so I was just running it on 1 speed while I had this going. And now it's set up to, this is what it's going to look like. The only thing I'm still not convinced on yet is the location. We could put it there, because the idea eventually is we're going to need to run trains like from where this iron and copper and coal and all that stuff is. So it might be a good idea to just run a train line here, and then I don't know, have it turn and have a train station here, and it's right there. I don't know if that's what we're gonna do, or if we want to move it kind of over here. The only drawback is currently our assembly lines obviously are all set up to be automated, and we're gonna want to maintain that. So either we have to move all of this like here or something. I don't know. I haven't quite decided on that yet, but we're not in a rush on that because this would take 587 unity, 7.2 thousand construction parts 3, 520 steel, 2.1 thousand construction parts 2, etc, 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 which is quite a lot. I'm imagining we're gonna have to do it kind of in parts, so we can maybe do like a little bit, because the thing is our unity cap is 212, so we can maybe do like not even that. Like we're gonna have to figure that out. But so in the meantime, I have beefed up the storage for construction parts 3 and unpaused these, so they will all be going. And what was one of the other things we needed? Steel and rubber, which was next to our copper here. Yeah. So we've made enough storage for everything. We're just gonna have to wait quite a while for it all to come in. And I think I was having problems with copper here. Why was that? Right, because coal. So I actually built a couple more of these too. This problem kind of popped up while I was working, and that's gonna be no good because that means we're gonna run out of maintenance. Yeah, that's all the electronics we have. That's not good. That's not good. I had to give them a new designation because they were running out of coal. So now we should be seeing some more coal coming through. Hopefully. Hopefully. Wow, we have just no coal. I mean, a little bit there. We're gonna need a lot of coal. 3 and 10. Are you guys waiting for trucks ever? Let's speed this up a little bit. Let's take some from you guys. Let's take 1, 2, and 4 of those. And did I tell all of these to... I didn't. Prioritize coal, please. Prioritize coal. Yeah. And then we should be seeing 2 more. Prioritize coal. Prioritize coal. And then as well, I think I did this in the last episode, started this little land bridge project. They've just been kind of picking away at that. So that'll get us over to this island, which I think there's not a ton of resources like on this big flat. So I think we could set up like a huge like new settlement and farming area so that we could maybe like, because the thing about setting this up is it's going to encroach on the space we wanted for farms. But if we set up some new farms over here and some new settlements, because we're already kind of running low on space here. But that'll be in the future once we get that. So they're just going to keep working on that. So we should hopefully be seeing some coal coming in soon. That has quite a bit of bauxite. And is that titanium? Yeah, okay. Partially stuck. I also don't know why that's so full of rock. I guess we'd need another thing. We don't have the ability to upgrade these yet. Anyhow, what I wanted to do while we're waiting, what did I want to do while we're waiting? We're starting to see some coal. I guess I could boost these, maybe. And that outputs 48. Wait, is the math wrong on these anyway? 24. Have I? Wait. That outputs 24. And these both take... Oh, I upgraded... When did I upgrade these? I don't remember that. Okay, anyway. So boosting that's not going to do any good. But that one we can boost. So that'll... Yeah, alright. Hopefully we start to see some electronics store up, which we are. Good. So then we can unpause you again, and that goes to... What is it? Or parts 2. Yeah. Keep that going. Alright. Very good, very good, very good. So there's a few things that we're going to want to start looking at. Oh, also our captain's, what is it called? Office collapsed. So I just built the captain's office too, so we could get our, whatchamacallits, edicts back. We just have the health points one on, vehicle fuel consumption. And then I had this one on, but then I turned it off because I want to be gaining more unity so we get to our max to be able to do some of that. So, in the meantime, we also have been dumping this. I think we'll just kind of square off that shoreline that way. And this will be space for us to start thinking about pollution, because we have currently, we're boosting our health points by 10 and we're still only at 9, which means we have a big pollution problem. So I think what we're doing here is we're dumping wastewater. And where's the... Oh, we don't have any brine. Or, that's sour water, sorry. Because we are scrubbing or stripping the sour water, that's right. So we have exhaust scrubbers here for that stuff, which goes to that. I imagine our flares here are probably what's causing most of our air pollution, burning off this excess oil. So we're going to want to find ways to use more of this oil. Diamond paste. Okay, not that. Consumption. This is probably what we're going to want to do. Have we unlocked the cracking unit? I guess not. We did, however, unlock... Was it naphtha processing? Yeah, distillation stage 3. So I think we can use the light oil for that, which makes naphtha, which then we can use for other stuff. It's like, I guess we could use it to make rubber. What are we using currently to make rubber? Diesel? So that could be worth it to be using up some more of our light oil. I guess we could say too, for them to... They've done all that, which is awesome. Square off like to here maybe. How much? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Let's just take away one of those. Let's put some retaining walls in. Just right on the... I don't know which way is the right way. Whatever. Not sure if that's going to work out the way I want it to, but whatever. this stuff has been kind of a project I just usually work on when I'm just not recording and just kind of messing around, but and I don't really know exactly what I want this to look like. It just is just kind of a thing. So I'll just go ahead and unpause all of that. We'll get all those walls built, and that'll give us a little bit more space here to start doing some things. May collapse due to uneven terrain. Okay, cool. Let's see, maybe here too I'll do 14. Extend this into a little bit of a platform. That goes to 15 there, yeah. So that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, and then go down to whatever this level is. Yeah. Yeah, that'll be nice. Cool, 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 cool. That's mostly just a cosmetic thing, but that'll make that look pretty. And add a bit of functionality as well. Anyways, right, pollution. So water pollution is currently not our worst. Well, second worst. Pretty close second, actually. So let's take a look at what we can do about water pollution. Waste management, fluid. So wastewater treatment, I think, is going to be our way to go. I'm going to click on both of these just to get rid of the little orange dot. So what do you do? Wastewater, 160 plus filter media, chlorine, make water, and sludge. Sludge we can burn, or sludge we can turn into fuel gas, which is what we're making here, right? Yeah. Which we also need to find another use for. Incineration plants we could do. I don't really want to turn it into air pollution. I know this is yelling at me about this. Where are you trying to go? Where are you trying to get to? Yeah, all those places. I told them to level all of this, and I think it's just, yeah. It'll just be weird until they have access to it. Okay, whatever, and yes, I know. Okay. What are you all trying to do? Just trying to get to there. You will be able to eventually. Okay, so that will make sludge, which we'll have to find something to do with. Probably this, because we don't want the air pollution. So we'll have to find something to do with fuel gas. What to do with fuel gas? Probably this, but how much did this make? If we do, I don't know what the filter media is. How do we make that? Sand, gravel, and coal makes 72 for 24 sand, or we just use 8. We might just say use sand, unless we're gonna. Well, yeah, we'll just say use sand. And then we need chlorine, which comes from an electrolyzer. That's pretty easy. Pretty easy. That'll make 24 sludge, which is not a nice even number. Maybe we should do this, because then we can do 2 of those to make 16 fuel gas. And 16 fuel gas would power, holy crap, like 3 of those, which we are not using that much waste, I don't think. Does it say how much waste we produce somewhere? In here, maybe? Waste. Total production is about 70. Yeah, so we will have excess fuel gas. Okay, so we're going to do this one. So we're going to need that, and that will process 160 wastewater. We're currently making about 90. So, should we future-proof this and build 2 of these? Probably. Also, it's going to bug me that this stuff isn't all level here. Like, there's little bumps, I guess. Is there? Or, I don't know. It might just be a thing. No, it's fine. I'm not going to let it bug me. I'm just going to get rid of that, and we'll be able to build here just fine. So, how do we want to lay this out? And is this the best place for it? Yeah, I think this will be fine. And then we can put one of these water facilities down here. We will say water waste will be here, and what's it called? Physical waste, solid waste will be here because we already have these waste collectors there. Yeah. Okay, so 2 of these. You will take in wastewater, filter media, chlorine, making water, and sludge. So we're going to want to turn you around and say we'll put you like that. Then we can do chlorine in there, filter media in there. Water will come out and probably just get pumped back into the same water facility. So let's say we want to put this here, I suppose. And we'll cut both of those, line it up so that our water 120, 120 is too much for a pipe 2. So we will have that go to there, pipe connector there, and then a pipe 2 from both of you into there. So that'll recirculate some of our water. And then this can only handle, oh, they can each only handle 120 at a time. Oh, so we should plan to have 2 of these. Yeah. Okay, I'm glad I caught that now. Can we... No, we can't flip that. Unfortunately, we cannot. So we should probably do, like, that, then. I want both of them to be facing so that the water just goes in. Whatever. So 120 would be a pipe 2. Like that. And then 120 out. Let's go right up to height 5. Straight along. Down and in. And then replicate that. Like this. And like that. Okay, so that's water, wastewater in and water out. Sludge, okay, is a belt. Chlorine is a pipe, and filter media is a belt. So let's see how to make filter media, and we need 16 total. Production 72. Gosh dang. Okay, we can use a mixer 1 So you only need 16. What else was this used in? Wastewater treatment for I think this is gold processing. Makes toxic slurry. Okay, so we only need one mixer, like a small one. And we will use sand. Let's say we'll put you... you need water as well. Or no, you don't. Why is it telling me you need water? That's for different recipes. Okay. So you're gonna go there. Okay, then your inputs are gravel. We could probably just use small storages for this. Make sure our trucks can access them all. Gravel, sand, coal. Gravel, 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 gravel. Say to keep that a little bit full. Sand, same thing. And coal. And then, yep, level 1 belts for all of these. Okay, and then that gives us our filter media. I think we're fine to just go, we'll put this up and make the sludge go underneath. Yeah, that's alright. Our sludge will go like that. And like that. And then go out to whatever we were going to do to process it. An anaerobic digester can take 18, and these both make 36. So we need 4 anaerobic digesters. We have the fuel gas in the middle for all of those. That was 36, 72. From there on. Sorry, was that loose or yeah? Boom. And hello. There we go. So that'll do both of those, or all of those rather, and that was sludge. Make sure they're all set. That'll give us fuel gas and compost. We were using compost to make fertilizer, I believe, right? Oh, we're just dumping it. What else can we use it for? We can use it to make fertilizer, which we probably should be doing. Because I think our fertilizer's... I mean, not the highest. Maybe that's something we'll have to look into also. This is all going to require a lot of power, but we have a good amount of power overhead. Okay, so that's our sludge taken care of. That comes to here, so we'll have to put a... I don't know how much. 3, 12. And this can hold 400. Do we just do a big storage? We can always upgrade it later. So let's do... That doesn't have to be a 2. Just 1. Actually... Go out a little bit so that these meet up nicely. Like this. I did it again. There we go. Symmetrical. And then we need a fluid one for our fuel gas. Go up to height 4. Cannot join if not flat. Sure. Why will you not? Why isn't it doing this thing? Doing what that thing is doing. Let's copy that and flip it around. There we go. I don't know why it wasn't drawing that up, but there we go. You're going to be fuel gas, keep as empty as possible, and this was what? Compost. Okay. So that's all of that. Filter media. Last thing was chlorine, which we'll need 32 of. That's not a pretty number. If we do 3 of these, that's 36. That's fine. Ooh, or if we had one of those, we could just do 1. We do not have that yet. What are we even researching at the moment? So many things. Oh, this would be good to do. Less pollution. And I think with what you do with these is you can just research them over and over again, and then they like stack. Electrolyzer 2, is that like way down here? Oh, it is. Yeah, it's quite a ways away. So we cannot count on that, unfortunately. There's only 2 things queued up there. So let's queue up those 2. Yeah, so we need chlorine. So what did we say? We need 3 of you. 3 of you. And you're going to be making chlorine from brine. And we get brine from a... not from a pump. What is it? If we do a mixer 1, that's 48. Which is more than that. So we need 54 brine. So I don't think we're gonna get any pretty way. Okay, sorry. Small distraction. We need 54 brine. We're just gonna have to go over. So the easiest way is probably just these evaporation ponds, I guess. Though these take power. How much power does this take? That takes... we need 2 of those, so that'd be 500 kilowatts. And what was the other one? What was the other way we got it? The mixer. How much does the mixer take? 200. But that requires salt, which I mean we have. I think I'd rather just do a mix or two. And although we have to pump in water. I mean, we have to pump in water either way. Either from seawater for this, which we need hold on. We need 2 of these to give us enough brine. That's a lot of seawater. Yeah, we need 2 of these. Yeah, I think this just works out the best. Okay, so we'll maybe put these. We can do this for hard or solid. I keep saying like hard. If our solid waste processing is going to go over there, why don't we put this over here, kind of out of the way. 12, 16. And then this we will put wait, did I do that backwards? No, but let's flip it. That way. Then we'll need a little salt storage. This is the only one that it needs, so make this salt. Let me check these real quick. Yeah, okay. So to just keep that a little bit full. And then water. It's going to need a good amount of water. We could take it from this. Let's think about how this is gonna go. I suppose we could move this whole setup here, since we already have our water pipe. Nah, we'll just run the water. Let's see. Would it make more sense to run it across this way? No, because it'll get in the way of this stuff. Unless, I mean, the incineration plant needs water anyways. A little bit. I mean, needs 18. This needs 84, so that's a little over 100. Let's run our water pipe. Take it from here. Actually, no. I'll take it from here. We'll go up as high as we can and cross here, if it'll let me. Which looks good so far. We'll go this way. And just straight across like this. Now, can we go over these? No, we can't. We cannot. Okay. That's fine. For now, we'll just do this. And I don't think we'll be able to go over those either. Although, let's see. Yeah, no, we can't go over this part. We could go just over the top here. What is that that's on height 5? Oh, that is the water. Right. Let's just go over top here, I guess. This is the cleanest place to go over. To get to there. Kind of a long pipe, but then our incinerator will be here, so we'll have our pipe there for that. Alright, and then y'all each take 18, which adds up to 54, so we can just use a level 1 pipe to connect all those in, and they make 12 chlorine apiece. So we can also still just use That's fine. It's fine. It's chlorine. And we'll just pipe that into there and that into there. Okay. That should be everything that we need. Can we build all of this? We can. Let's do it. Let's do it. That as well. And while that's building, let's get a way to process this compost. This is probably going to be our best bet. No, I mean, if we're going to be making a lot of compost, we can just do this way. Let's build another mixer too. And you're going to take compost and water. Let's do it more often so that we get more fertilizer. So you're going to take in compost and we'll make a little dirt one. Let's maybe... we can't really make it super pretty. It's okay. I'd rather line it up with that then. Okay. And water, just 24, right? Yep. Off of there. And in there. Okay. So then if we pause that pipe. Alright, we should be seeing wastewater in here then. Which, we do not need both of these. Shoot. Let's just leave this one, so I'll pause you. That's fine. Everything else... Actually, we don't need two of these then as well. Pause those. And then with just one of those, we'll be making 36 sludge, so we can pause two of you also. Okay, so we're waiting for this because we need... Oh, we need gravel. Where do we get gravel from? Somewhere in here, isn't it? Rock. Wait. Gets crushed into gravel and goes straight into there. Right. Maybe then we'll put a small crusher right there. It's backwards. Is that close enough? Nope. Still no. Dang, that is up high. Turn rock into gravel. And then we'll have a gravel storage there. They can whatever, keep that empty if possible. Get that going so we get some gravel. What is the problem here? Still just full of rock. Okay, so this should help with the rock problem. And then that'll get us our filter media. So for the meantime, let's unpause this again so we don't get full of water or full of wastewater. Just until we see this working. This is already made. I don't want trucks to import here. They can import to that, that's fine. And then we'll need a storage. Or do we just want to turn this into more fertilizer? What was this one? Fertilizer 1. This makes fertilizer 1. Yeah, okay. So that's actually full. We're waiting for sulfur there. Why are we waiting for sulfur? I thought all the time we had just so much excess sulfur. I guess a lot of it's going to make rubber. Huh. I thought sulfur was the thing that we were always having no problem making. I guess I was wrong. Is there any other recipes for fertilizer 1? Nope. There's not. Well, what else makes sulfur? Sour water strippers, exhaust script. Is that really it? I guess a lot of stuff uses sulfur, but not much makes sulfur. Why do I feel like that came from a lot of different places? Well, that's not good because this needs sulfur, which it does have a good amount. Okay, that's good. Are we seeing gravel down here yet? No. And you're going down there? Perfect. Okay, you still have water. 'Cause that's... Oh, you're working. Oh, it is working. Okay, awesome, awesome. So let's go ahead and pause this again. We'll leave it hooked up because it's our current source of fresh water. Although we can plug this in there as well. Let's plug you into here. And that will allow us to totally get rid of that other one once we're confident this is all working. Waiting for products. Okay. Let's pause you totally. We can unpause this to get rid of the water that's in there, the sour water that's in there. And we'll let that go for a little bit and then see where our water pollution... It's already gone down a little bit, which is good. We have no electronics again. Cola's full. Are we just using a crap ton? Excuse me. Oh. This is full? Is that what it is? Let's go ahead and just upgrade that then. I can do it to 60. That takes 60. Okay. I'm going to pause this again so we make sure we don't see a dip in maintenance until we have plenty of electronics stored up. That's what I'd like to see. Compost. Oh, I did not mean to pin that. Okay, went away. Alright, yes. So, processing fertilizer. Needs ammonia, oxygen to turn it into fertilizer 1. Then fertilizer 1 needs the sulfur and limestone to get turned into fertilizer 2. So is this still full and just waiting for sulfur? Ugh. So how can we make more sulfur? More exhaust scrubbers, which is something we actually need anyways, right? Are these ones? Where did I... Yeah, they're running. They're just not making an excess. Or what we could do is just say make it into fertilizer 1 and then just like if we put a pause on this pipe, or yeah, if we just pause this pipe, that's fertilizer 1. We'll make more fertilizer 1 down there, and then just change this to fertilizer 1. So that will go to all of our farms then instead. I think that'll be fine. That might mean we want to upgrade this to a larger one, but for now that'll be fine. And then we need a chemical plant. And you're gonna make this one takes 30 and that makes 96. Gosh dang. So we can do almost 4 of those. 3 and some change. Because there's nothing else we can do with this, right? Dump it, but we don't want to do that. We don't want to... Yeah, and the worst thing for this to do would be to back up, because then it wouldn't process anything. That's not what I meant. So those all take fertilizer. Okay, I kind of line these up weird. How do we want this to be set up? Probably flipped like that. And then flip that one like that. 96, yeah, so I do need a pipe 2 to go straight down to there. We'll put a connector there, and then you each take 30. So pipe 1, all in the correct direction. And then, wait a minute, where would ammonia come from? Haha, sour water stripper. Or a chemical plant. That takes quite a bit of... what's it called? Power. Let's see how much ammonia we were producing in excess up here. Was it this one? Ah, I see. So that's waiting anyways. Why are these constantly waiting? Because I have some of these paused. That would be why. What's our diesel? Our diesel's pretty much full. So we're on good pace with these. So if we have half of them paused, we can pause 2 of the sour water strippers. I don't know if that helps our case in terms of efficiency or not. Because now we'll still be making 36 there and 36 there. Okay. And then the ammonia goes to there. Or to this flare, which we might not need anymore. If we put... Actually, yeah, let's get rid of that flare. Get rid of that. What do we just... We could just add a recipe onto these and have the trucks take the organic fertilizer from here up to here. Though we'd have to add another one. I kind of like that better. We just add another one of these. And we add this recipe saying use the organic fertilizer if you have it. But if you don't, then they'll still just do the regular recipe. Okay. Okay. So oxygen has to go that. The ammonia has to go that. Do that one first, and then this one can go around it. Ammonia. And oxygen. And then we need a... Don't care. Don't import products. Don't import products. Let's get this built. And that, and that. That. And then we need a fluid storage. Probably don't need a big one. Collision with pipes there. Let's put you there. You're going to be organic fertilizer. Keep it full. And then how much do each of y'all take? 30, 60, 90. And we'll just run this on the ground level. All the way to there. Put a connector. And each of you takes 30. Hello. Boy, this is getting all sorts of twisted. Alright. Build all of that. They should all be set to use organic fertilizer first. Then that means that's so much better than having to set up more of them. Then we just need to set up another... We can do a big one down here, I guess. Of organic fertilizer and tell them to keep that empty. Okay, so that's streamlined all of that into this. Only when we have the ammonia for it. Only when we have the ammonia for it. Which those make 18, which is not even enough for 2 of these. Yeah, so the ratio is a little bit off on that. But that'll be okay for now. At least we have a way to get rid of our compost and stuff for now. It's 24. Yeah, okay. Sweet. So we should, let's check again on this. Our water pollution is totally gone. I think is what that's saying. Water pollution has gone all the way down. That is beautiful. Awesome. So that helps our health quite a bit. Landfill pollution. And air pollution is still a huge one. Let's see how long we've been going. We have time to maybe set up a quick little incinerator. That takes 144. How much waste again were we making? What is this? About 70. And that takes 144. Yeah, okay. So if we just set up one of these for now, that's plenty of capacity. So let's set this up. We can do this. Have what is it, 70? So we'll need a probably loose for waste. Yep. We can set up 2 of those just in case. That'll go straight in. We'll just have to do something about 72 exhaust. It's a lot. Actually, where was 70? We could set up an exhaust scrubber for that. I think I'd like to do that. And it makes steam as well. 18 steam, which we can do what with? I could just vent it. How much was it? 18. Ugh. Make a little bit of water. We'll probably just do that. So that's 72, and you can take 240. We'll just do that simple recipe there. Actually, we'll plan to put that there so that one. Nope. I meant to actually copy you. Actually, maybe we'll want the. Probably want the waste. No, that's okay. We'll just have to. We'll do. I don't know why this is making me hesitate so much. We'll do it this way. But we will use you first. Let's go up to height 2 and down in there. You need water as well, which will come from this. Go to there and then down into there. Then it will produce sulfur, CO2, low steam, and a little bit of air pollution. But, because, wait, 72, 30, 60, so it's about half. We got 36 rather than, it does reduce it a little bit. So it is worth it. Then let's put a little. We just really need a tiny little sulfur storage for this one. With a small conveyor. Sulfur. CO2. Is there anything else we can use CO2? We could use a gas injection pump. With a little bit of seawater to what? That just makes it disappear? Kind of curious because I haven't. There's no deposit. Oh, it has to be on the limestone deposit. Oh. So what? We would put that there, set that recipe, and then can we put carbon dioxide in a fluid storage? We can. That is very interesting. Huh. That would reduce our air pollution quite a bit because these are putting carbon dioxide into here, which makes, you know, a lot. Huh. That would significantly cut down on our air pollution, I think, right? Don't know how. I've never known about that before. So it just has to be on a limestone deposit, and then we have to get seawater there. So wait, hold on. How much carbon dioxide are we manufacturing? Is that on here? Total production. So at our peak, around just shy of 400, and that'll do 72. So if we need at least what's 400 divided by 72? 556. So we need 6 of these, which would require 6 times 24. 144 seawater. Which again is not a pretty number. Right? 108. So we need 2 of those. Can we build a tall one over here? No, that's just this wacky terrain. We could do it here. We absolutely could do it here. We could put a little pad here for it, actually. It's not a bad idea. For a little, what's it called? Actually, yeah, I'll have them do that. First, dump there. Dump there. Please. And then we could run that, a water line up here to this. It just has to be on a limestone deposit. Does it use up the limestone then? I guess. So we'd want to kind of set him back in so there's quite a bit to use. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This would be a carbon dioxide. Trucks can keep that full. We'd want to put this one. We could put it like there, I guess. Then each of those would take 72. 72 times 6, 432. That's more than our pipes can handle at the moment. So we'd actually have to do, if we did it like this, then move, could we move these over another tile? Or so? That way we'd have one pipe for each side. 72 times 3, 216. We'd still need a level 3 pipe. Up to that point. Actually, we probably want this to be up higher. And that could be a connector. Go down to a pipe 2. To there. Then you would also need a pipe 2. It's not going to leave me enough space. Is it? Can I move all of you over more yet? There we go. Terrain too high there. So let's put those there. Cut that. Put that there. I'm going to just redo these pipes. So pipe 3 coming off of that. To a connector. Down to a pipe 2. There and in, and then in, and in. And then we would just copy all of this and flip. Perfect. And then our water, did you guys dump? Oh, they're working on it. Working on that little pad. Okay. Then we would have water, seawater, 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 and that would be how much? All these numbers. 24 times 6. 144. Okay, perfect. So we could use just a pipe 2 for all of them. And we'll go... there's not really a middle. Height 4 or 5. I usually like to use height 5 for just regular water, but that's okay. 2 there. In. That actually doesn't need to be a pipe 2. Just be a pipe 1. So let's put a connector there. Delete that one. Replace it with pipe 1. That's fine. Actually, from here on, we just need to be a pipe 1. And then pipe 2. 2 there. Pipe connector. Nope. Pipe 1. From there. Down. Connect all of those up. And then once we get this, we'll run a water line straight over. So I guess we can prep that now. It'd be great if we could just go straight, but it doesn't look like that's gonna be possible. There. Nope. There. And straight down. And we'll just leave it there for now. Once they get that done, we'll put our seawater pumps in, and then we'll have a way to further reduce our pollution, which will be great. In the meantime, that's probably very bad. Also, our wood is dropping quite rapidly. I think our coal has made a comeback, so let's go ahead and pause those so we can fill up our wood again. I also standardized our wood storage, so it's all just these bigger ones, and emptied out all the old, smaller ones. Yeah, the waste. Boy, that was a freaking rabbit trail from what we were doing down here. That's how this game goes. 96. CO2. Keep empty at all, if at all possible. Then we need a couple of cooling towers. Actually, 18 and 24. How much did these take? 24. Okay, so we will need one just for you. And then 18. How much? 24. So total here we'll have eventually 36 and 24. So we're gonna need 3 of these. And you're going to be low steam? Yeah. Just 24. Whoa. Hello. Hello. Oh my goodness. Ooh, I had it. There we go. And then I guess we'll just pipe these all together back into here. Cool. Except trucks now cannot get in to deliver fuel gas. So we're gonna do this instead. Actually, this rather. 6, yeah. There we go. Just so our trucks can deliver fuel gas. Let's do that. Curious if just one of these can handle. Do they have like a throughput? They can hold up to 200, but anyway, you, whatever. I don't know what all I need, and that's gonna take a lot of brain power to try and figure out. I do need that, and I think that's it. That, yeah, that's built already. Okay, so that's taking waste. Let's see if we can just get these to empty out, and then we will delete them. Although we probably should upgrade that pipe or belt and that one, and just upgrade them. And I would just like to see and make sure that these are working. Delivering fuel gas. It's waiting for water. I didn't hook up water because I'm kind of stupid sometimes. Yeah, for now, we'll just do it this way. Nope. Freaking dang stupid heifer. Build. That's why I like to sometimes just do little build projects like this off camera, because I can hide all my mistakes and it makes me look like I'm so much better at the game than I actually am. Okay, so we'll see this work. And it output the steam to here, I think. Or the steam is getting trapped somewhere. I didn't build that one. So I don't know where the steam was going, but there we go. So the steam is going there. It's waiting for stuff there. Okay. We can plan to hook this up a while as well. before we forget. So I think all of this now is working. That's empty, so I'm going to delete it. Don't care if vehicles cannot reach it. Okay, so that one's gone, so let's get rid of you. As soon as that's gone, we'll get rid of that, and we'll just leave this one. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Okay, so that will slightly increase our air pollution again, but landfill pollution should go down significantly. Where was the thing where we could tell them? Okay, yeah, no more dumping waste. No more dumping waste. Because we now have a place for it to go, which is this. Any and all waste can go here now. Which hopefully will lower our pollution. I don't know if we can undo what we've already done. This is still making fertilizer. How's this looking? Yeah, just waiting for the ammonia. We low-key could swap this to organic fertilizer, but then I don't know if there's a way that we can like run the same fertilizer or different fertilizer through the same lines, you know what I mean? So like we'd use this when we have it, but then when we don't, we'd use... I guess we could just set up a balancer. We could probably do something like that. Is that a good idea? I don't know how we would prioritize. I'll think about that one, and we'll come back to it. I want to check this. Okay, so we almost have a pad here. Let's speed this up because I'd like to have this done quick before we end for the day. So let's see, what else can we check on? This is going swimmingly. They're almost at the edge of their area, so we can scooch this down, and I think this will take them well beyond into this ramp area, which is awesome. So they will keep going on that. What else was I just looking at? Yeah, our unity. Why are we losing so much unity now? Let's see. We could probably chill out on the oil rigs, which is probably a good idea anyways, because we are going through the oil. We have 93% left on that one, but this one is down to 53. We have a good amount. We have none in there, but that's fine. We have tons of diesel. Okay, so that put us down to 0.67. Okay, actually, no, we're positive again. We have some edicts, which actually now, for the first time in quite a while, we could get rid of that one, though I do like it. What else is affecting it? They don't have water? Wait, what? Wait. Output is full. Oh. Oh, it's making too much water. No, that's actually a good thing. That's very good. Okay, okay. So then we're gonna want a place for excuse me, for our water to go. Where can we put excess water? We're just like really good on water, I guess. Jeez. I mean, obviously there's a lot of things that consume water. We could just dump it if we had to. Right? We can just dump it into the sea. Yeah, I mean... Or we just... pipe it into here. Huh. I did not see that as being an issue. I would not have been able to predict that one. All these are full. Okay, yeah, we're just good on water. Okay. For now, then, I guess we'll just set up some... some just liquid dumps. Where would be a good place? It's just right here. And this will not affect our pollution because it's just water. So those both do, I'm sorry, was it 60? Yep. So then we're gonna want to balancer here, or coming off of this, the output. It's gonna get a little convoluted here because we're gonna want it to do both of these. How much extra water do we have? So if we just do 60, if we just do one for now, that should be okay. So let's see if we can fit a balancer in here. Let's delete segment there. And then that'll be a priority out, and then a secondary out will go. Can we make it out this way? We can. And this way. Okay, sorry again. Just connected this water line up in, so we'll get that going. Built that as well. So now our excess water from this will get dumped. We might actually, let's just go ahead and upgrade this and oh yeah, okay, upgrade you, and how can we connect? Whatever, just like that. Perfect. It's beautiful, so that if we need it, we have those two. Okay, alright. Yeah, oh my gosh, look at that health skyrocket. Alright, that was our problem. And our Unity skyrocket. So we just weren't processing the waste. That's what our issue was there. Beautiful. Yeah, extra water was not a card that I had. These are running? Or only when necessary? Wait, what is this? I don't know. I'll have to look into that. We definitely don't need those. I mean, I don't think they were running, but we definitely don't need them to be. Okay, so that's almost full, so we need to get this up and running. What's this looking like? Almost there, almost there, almost there. We can get this built so we have a place to store it for now. We can build all of this except for we're not gonna we're gonna pause that one again just for now. Okay, so those are waiting. Trucks can now import or take the carbon dioxide, which they are. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. This is so good. So great. And now we can I mean, our health just freaking skyrocketed. So now we can disable this edict. We'll get even more unity. Or we could put this one back on. Yeah, let's do that. Freaking awesome, bro. That is absolutely what we needed to do. That farm is probably going to collapse soon. I mean, maybe. It'll be right on the edge. So we'll have to maybe move that. Which means we're also, I mean, not running low on iron. We still have quite a bit to go if we dig down in. Unity looks good. Our food could be a little bit better. But that's okay. We're storing up some CO2 in there. Let's check and see. Almost done with that. So we can now put... what was it? We need 2 of them, I think, right? 108. What was it, like 144, I think? Yeah, something like that. Boom. Like this. And then boom, and go ahead and build you as well. And they'll just finish filling in that little corner. And then we'll have them go back to dumping the land bridge. See them start pumping water. These are now full of CO2. That is absolutely awesome. Because then what we can also do is take this one, or these two, and instead of going into this smokestack, we can have them go into a CO2 storage, which we can then have, let's see, what are they making? 192, 192. Actually, we're gonna upgrade that. Not loose, fluid storage. Let's put a connector in there. Type 3. That. And that little bit as well. And that. That'll be CO2. Tell them to empty that. Oh, yeah. Waiting for products. So we'll then transport all that CO2 into there. Yes. And we can do that here as well for you two, because our trucks can get in there somehow. That looks really nice as well. Looks like some of our retaining walls got buried. That's fine, I guess. Actually, it's not quite what I envisioned for this area. It's okay, you win some, you lose some. We'll have to readjust that later, but whatever. Where was I? Here, so they can instead go, and we'll put another large, or wait, that can hold up to 400, and you guys make about 400, so we probably will need, if we can fit a small one in there, I'd rather that. And then that connector there, and then a pipe 3. that. And then we flip that one. Let's get rid of this. Bye-bye. Actually, connect that. That's 192. Then it goes into there, and then when it merges with the other one, I need to build it. Splendid. We'll just have to make sure that our trucks actually keep that empty enough to keep up with it. Otherwise, we will have issues. Let's see how this is going. So good, so good, so good, so good, so good. And that has decreased our air pollution as well. Land pollution is down. Still a little bit of the vehicle pollution, which we will reduce a little bit once we get some of those going. Oh, that's so great. That's so awesome. Our electronics is full again, so we can unpause that, which I probably should have done earlier. But that's okay. It gave us a little bit of a buffer on the copper and electronics. So yeah. So that was a crazy jump back into an episode. We did a crap ton of things. I feel like it was definitely well overdue, especially for our settlers. They needed some attention with the pollution. One other thing I was looking into as well to possibly increase our unity. I don't know if it increases the cap. Or no, yes, usually increases with quantity and quality of housing. Is we can upgrade some of this to housing 3, which we have plenty of parts for. It takes our construction parts 3, which we're trying to save up. But if that increases our cap, then it is worth it. Because if we could do all of this in one fell swoop, that would be incredible. Although I severely doubt we're going to be able to do that. So that's preparing to upgrade. I'm going to speed it back up to do that. And then we'll see what our unity cap goes to. It's currently at 212. Could be nice. These are looking okay. Yep. Looking alright. Sulfur still seems to be a bit of an issue. Though I guess we could unpause that. Not super pressed to need to do that right now. It's not super urgent. What was I waiting for? There we go. Some nice houses. And then put our cap at 218. So a 6 increase. So if we increase all the rest of these, it'll get us probably maybe close to like 250, 260-ish. So not going to be anywhere near what we need to do all of this. So we're going to have to do it in pieces, but we will have to figure that out later. We're definitely going to need to do that, obviously the main heart of it, and all these storages. And then from there, we'll probably try to do all the crushers, which we can do. So if we do all of this first, 126 unity, but the parts is manageable. And then we'll just have to do these storages as well for another 15, and then like the first actually that's gonna be hard. We'll have to do it individually, like clicking on them, and or we could just unpause it and let them do it. Yeah, it doesn't have to be instantly built. Maybe we could unpause. No, we'd want to make sure that this stuff gets built first. and then at least like 1 or 2 of each of these with their little bits that they require. That's the problem with these big builds. They just require so much like administrative attention, I guess, with like getting them built that you wouldn't have thought of. Like, it's not just so simple as click it and build it. All the planning goes a long way, but it requires a little bit more than that. So I am going to wrap up for today. Great progress, very great progress. You are all looking to dump. Where are you getting waste from? Oh, because we said waste cannot be dumped anymore. That'll be a problem for the next episode. We'll have to set up probably one of these that... Actually... Could I do that quick now? I could, but I'm not going to. I'll set it on here as a reminder for myself to change one of these to be waste. And that's... We'll go on that belt. Yep, okay. So I'll do that next time. Thank you so much for joining me today. And I'm going to try to get back to a little bit more consistency with the uploads, but life has been crazy recently, so I can't make any promises, but I will do my best. Thank you so much again for joining me, and I will catch you all in the next one.